Whoop.
What's up, guys?
welcome back to my channel. So I embarked on a pasta journey yet again. Yesterday I made some homemade pumpkin pasta. This is the last time I am rolling pasta by hand though, at least with this table. I feel like this table isn't completely flat. I could not roll it thinner, but I was determined to do it by hand. I ended up with some pretty thick pasta. So next time I will 1000% be using my stand mixer pasta attachment. Plus the benefit of using the attachment is that when you're passing it through the pasta machine and like folding it over, you're like laminating the dough and making it stronger. Something that I would have, I think, had to knead the dough way longer to achieve like the same result. So I don't think I kneaded it long enough. It held together okay. It just would be better if I had either kneaded it for like 20 minutes or used the pasta machine. I've got my fork and love you fork, a spoon for twirling. These are fat noodles, guys. Fat. P.S. How cute is my sweater? I'm kind of obsessed with it. I love that the sleeves aren't baggy at the end and that I can like pull them up. I like the color, obviously. I love pink. All right, guys, well, let's go ahead and get started. I will chat a little bit more about this and what we're doing this weekend, but we are leaving for the airport in like an hour and 45 minutes. So I know I've got plenty of time, but let's just get going anyways. Oh my gosh, guys, and this sauce is so ridiculous. Like, so good. I mean, I don't even know how I'm gonna twirl these noodles. They're so dang thick. Also, I just put like a lot of dry shampoo in my hair. A lot. All right, guys, first bite. Cheers. Mmm. Mmm. They are thick, but they still eat really nice. It kind of is more like dumpling-y than noodle-y, but they're all in the same family. Nice and chewy still. And I'm pretty sure that I like this pumpkin Alfredo better than like standard Alfredo. It is so good, guys. Mm. Mm. The sauce gets a little thick as it stands. I'd reserved some pasta water but didn't add any because I thought it was going to be okay, and then it kind of like tightened up. So I wish that I had added a little bit of pasta water. I suppose I could do that now. It's like right over there. Mm. Mm. It's got this amazing nuttiness, both from the brown butter and the Parmesan cheese. The nutmeg is so savory, goes so well with cream, with Parmesan, with butter. With pumpkin, it is just like the star here. And super, super important, guys. Buy an actual block of Parmesan cheese and grate it yourself. It makes an enormous difference. I don't know why I only make this once a year. Oh, so good. So I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be like, blasphemy, there's no garlic in your Alfredo, or that's not Alfredo, or Alfredo doesn't exist. Us Americans enjoy Alfredo typically with cream and Parmesan cheese and butter. I know that. If an Italian says that it exists, it is only Parmesan cheese and butter and pasta water. And then again, here in America, it's more about the cream. A lot of people like adding garlic to it, other kinds of spices. I honestly just love the nutmeg. The nutmeg and the cheese, oh my gosh. It just brings out the best in each other. I like pouring, instead of having like a vodka water, I'll pour myself a vodka on the rocks because the vodka starts melting the ice pretty much immediately. And then it just turns into a vodka water, guys. Just a like less watered down one. To me, just a much safer bet. Takes the edge off of the vodka a little bit, keeps it really cold. I normally would add some orange, a little orange wedge, but I don't have any. I'm on a little bit of pasta water. I just want to see. And so when I go overboard. Oh yeah. And it really loosens it up. It looked like a lot of pasta water that I was pouring in too. A little bit at a time. Can always add, can't subtract. Oh yeah. It just wakes the whole thing up, brings it back to life. Excellent. Where were we? Oh. That's not too bad. They're pretty thick. I bet you'll twirl for me. Not all the noodles are the same length. When I was rolling it out by hand, I could not get it to be a perfect rectangle. I don't know if there's a trick to making it a rectangle, but it was definitely in the shape of like a giant oval. So I probably just like cut it wrong. I probably should have cut it the other way. Maybe I did. How did I even cut? You know, I just got confused with the cutting thing. I'm like, do I do it this way, this way? I'm gonna bookend it, and then which way do I cut it? It's just very confusing stuff. Probably not, but it is for me. So in like an hour and a half, Shane and I heading to the airport, heading to Hartford, Connecticut, which is where I was born, by the way, in case anybody wanted to know. I was born at Bristol Hospital on February 10th, 1987, which makes me 34, 35 next year. I feel like 35, I'll be okay, and every year after, I'm gonna be like, Just being honest, guys. I've always felt like I hadn't grown up yet. Up until I was like in my mid-20s, I was like, I still feel like a teenager on the inside. I don't know if anybody else goes through that, but I was like, am I supposed to feel different? Am I supposed to feel like I have different interests? Am I supposed to be ready for certain things in my life now? All of these things, I always felt so young mentally. And now I feel like, okay, I've started to feel more matured mentally. Like I have like more mature interests. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, the clock will not stop ticking. Time is going so fast. This is like a legitimate thing that I think about. And I know it's bad. It's just the cycle of life or whatever. I'm real worried about my mental state as I get older. I would very much like to age gracefully, mentally and physically. The noodles are really chewy. At least there's that. So we are flying into Hartford and staying in Farmington, I think. My cousin Jody is getting married. So we're going to her wedding tomorrow. Of course, you guys aren't watching this the day that I'm filming, but going to her wedding tomorrow. It's going to be kind of an early wedding, which will be nice because it is a little bit chillier there. I had told you in my last video that I was looking for a long sleeve deep V maxi dress that had a little bit of stretch to it that was like nice enough to wear to a wedding. I found nothing, literally nothing. I ordered 2 dresses. Only one of them fit the bill, like long sleeve deep V maxi. And I just didn't look at what it was made out of, and it wouldn't fit my arms. Like, you guys have seen these guns. It did not fit my arms. Honestly, I feel discriminated against. Like, all sleeves should have just like a little bit of give. It's not fair. Anyways, found nothing. So I ended up putting an outfit together in my closet. My mother says it goes together, and I'm hoping that it does. So I have this like mock neck, I think. It's not like a full-on turtleneck, so it must be a mock neck bodycon dress from Abercrombie. It's this like mauve color, pretty much the same color as this. I like what I like, but it's sleeveless. So it's a shorter dress. I mean, like mid-thigh. I have this like furry, like big furry vest type sweater. It's like sweater material like this in the back, and then it's like all furry with, I want to say, suede on the underside of like this big furry collar that it has, and it goes like below my butt, so it's like almost the length of the dress. And I was like, oh my gosh, but my legs are gonna be so cold. If my torso is fine, if I'm warm here, then maybe this being cold won't bother me as much. But if my legs are cold, I knew I was gonna be miserable. So I have this pair of black thigh-high boots, and I was like, black, I'm into like the neutral tones. So I'm like, I really wish they were tan, beige, some lighter color, even like a camel color. And I feel like I would like better. But they're like, oh no, Lindsay, it goes. So I'm wearing these thigh-high black boots from Aldo with this like pinkish dress. I know that goes together. Well, the coat is like a cream color, so it goes together. I just wanted the whole thing to be like lighter in color. Pasta water, man. Liquid gold. It's starchy, and if you season your pasta water properly, it should taste like the ocean. It should be very salty. Then you're not watering down the flavor. Oh yeah, just new life. I cleaned up all my messes with my napkin. There's no room left for my face. Whew. So it'll be nice to see family this weekend for sure. Sometimes these trips can feel like super stressful. You know, you leave, in our case, on a Friday night, and we're coming back like really early on Monday. So like booked a hotel right next to the airport so that we could just like wake up. We've got TSA pre-check, no checked bags. We just can go to the airport like 45 minutes or so before our flight. Get right in. If it was a major airport, like a really big airport like Atlanta or something, I would get there a little earlier. These smaller airports, I mean, it's laughable. And actually, I just came home from Alabama this past weekend, and that was the smallest airport I've ever been in. A regional airport. There were like 2 people in the whole security line. It was very lax. Alabama is so cute. Southern charm. The weather was fantastic. So we've really got 2 full days, and then we're coming back. And then we leave next Friday morning, I want to say, to go to South Florida for my other cousin's wedding.
It's Friday afternoon. Celebrate the start of the weekend with your Alexa routine. Hope you have a good one.
I didn't say anything to you. Every time I want to like say her name like they do in what's that show? What's that show? Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek. She's like, Alexis, Alexis. She just responded. That's not your name. Alexis. Well, now I can start calling her Alexis because she apparently responds to that. Well, got a little sunshine coming in. Alright guys, well, I don't have a whole lot left, but I'm getting pretty full, so I'm gonna have another bite and then I'm gonna stop. I don't want anyone, especially like in the mukbang community, to ever feel like required to eat a certain amount of food. And if you're watching one of these videos, do not tell people they didn't eat enough. It is so not good for you to eat past a certain point just for views. You know what I mean? Like, and I, straight up, gonna be totally honest with you guys, I did that. Not because, well, I knew that like the whole mukbang thing had big portions. It was almost like a mental challenge of mine since I always had a big appetite. That I was like, oh, I think I could do this. Like, I could do this. It wasn't that like, oh my God, people are only gonna watch if I finish the whole thing. But I realized like very quickly, huge amounts, like I shouldn't be expected to eat all of them. It's not something I could do even if I thought that I could. So like, if somebody stops eating, it's because they wanted to stop eating. Doesn't matter why. Don't ever tell somebody, oh, they didn't eat enough, shame on them for not eating enough. Like, guys, we all have different channels, we all do different things. Like, if you don't like somebody's channel, you just like go to another one. There's so many. so many mukbang channels, like good Lord. Something for everybody out there. I just like wish that this would twirl. Just my last bite. It's not gonna happen, not gonna happen. Well, you can't even see me anymore. All right, just moved over a little bit. We've only got a minute or so left. Just want you guys to be able to actually see my beautiful face. Oh, here's my husband. All right, guys, well, like I said, that was my last bite. That was so delicious. The noodles, yes, were very thick, girthy even. But I still freaking enjoyed them. Again, it reminded me more of a dumpling than pasta. I will use my pasta machine next time. I mean, I have one. Why would I not want to use it? You'll just have to get one for yourselves. I know a stand mixer is kind of an investment. It's, I think, a few $100s or maybe more, just depending on the model. But they have so many attachments. They have a grinder, they have the pasta attachments. They're amazing. So if you don't have one, consider investing. Otherwise, this sauce is one of my absolute favorites. Like I said, like it better than the standard Alfredo sauce. It just adds that like the savoriness, and there's enough salt to really balance that savoriness out. I think it was a little unbalanced, my apple, carrot, and miso pasta, which I will definitely be adding Italian sausage to next time. But this doesn't need a single thing. You could certainly add blackened chicken, shrimp, something to this, but I say just let it be by itself. It could stand on its own. Literally, one of these noodles could probably stand up by itself. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I just really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to spend with me. You could be many, many, many other places, many other mukbang channels, and here you are. So thank you. Comment below what you thought about my extra noodles today and this pumpkin Alfredo. Have you completely disowned me because I didn't add garlic into my sauce? Tell me in the comments. Nutmeg is the goat, guys. It's the goat when it comes to Alfredo. Don't forget it. Comment below, of course, more fall recipes. You can comment winter recipes too if you'd like. I'm having really a lot of fun with pumpkin. Pumpkin and squash in general. I feel like I put it in like 5 different things in the past 2 weeks. I made a bread pudding with some, actually, what was the video I did? The meatballs with the butternut squash sauce. Other half of the butternut squash. I made bread pudding with it and it was excellent. And I had, if you remember my Daily Harvest video, when I had the little cupcakes, well, I had the cupcakes sitting in the fridge and I made the bread pudding and I'm like, dang it, I don't have a sauce. And I looked at the frosting and it was like, ah. So I melted the cream cheese frosting and just drizzled that over the top. Oh my gosh, guys, there's so many things. It's so versatile. All right, guys, well, on that note, we have to leave in like an hour, so I'm gonna let y'all go so that I can finish getting my stuff together so we can head to the airport and be off on our first October wedding. Thank you guys again so much for joining today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.